Time now for the morning rush. We give you an update to the breaking news out of Valencia County this morning. State police say a deputy-involved shooting in Meadow Lake was fatal. You're taking a live look at the scene right now. Our news tracker is on scene there. Again, no deputies were hurt in this incident. Now, state police has taken over the investigation. We're waiting to hear more from them. When we do, we will bring you those updates on News 13 at noon and on our KRQE News app.
On to new news for you this morning. The NTSB now investigating a deadly helicopter crash in Hawaii. The father of a New Mexico pilot confirming that he was one of 3 people killed. Hawaii officials say 28-year-old Joseph Barrage from Garfield, New Mexico, and 2 passengers were flying over Honolulu when the helicopter came crashing down. Barrage moved to Hawaii just 2 weeks ago.
Kristen.
Mostly sunny skies with a few spot showers expected out across the northern half of this state today. It's not going to be a whole lot. Most of us, I think, would stay dry. Mostly sunny skies over the state, too, but it's almost an identical pattern tomorrow with spot showers in the northern mountains. Cold front, though, does drop temperatures only a few degrees east of the central mountains Thursday. Crystal?
This morning, the family of a murdered Valencia County woman says they're losing hope. Rita Jaramillo vanished 7 months ago, days before her home caught fire. She's still missing this morning. Now, Arthur Lovato, her ex-boyfriend, is charged with her death. Jaramillo's daughter also believes he is the one who set fire to Jaramillo's home.
Meanwhile, U.S. Homeland Security will start a new DNA testing pilot program at the border. Officials say the testing will help identify and prosecute any individuals posing as families and target human smuggling. That program is set to start next week and will run for 2 to 3 days.
This morning in Albuquerque Fairgrounds will soon start housing incoming asylum seekers. Expo New Mexico says the cost will be covered by donations and volunteers. Officials say they can house up to 240 people. This comes as close to 2,000 migrants have come through Albuquerque since mid-February.
New this morning, 2 organizations say Border Patrol agents are conducting warrantless searches of phones and laptops. The accusations are being made by the ACLU and the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Both are asking a federal court judge to require agents to get warrants for those searches.
Negotiations expected to wrap up this month for a proposed pay increase for Santa Fe police officers. That's new this morning. Union leaders tell the Journal the increase is a step in the right direction to prevent officers from leaving to other departments. Santa Fe police starting pay is $19. Albuquerque's is $29.
Also, moving on to this here, looking ahead, the Albuquerque Police Department will introduce new overtime policies this summer. This comes after admitting the old procedures were full of loopholes. The department came under fire after an investigation found Officer Simon Drobick got paid as a spokesperson and working the chief's overtime. Kristen.
Metro Threat Index added 2, looking at some cool morning temperatures in those 20s, 30s, and 40s out there. Breezy conditions at times. Those winds about 15 miles per hour getting into the afternoon hours. David?
Plans on improving the infrastructure around the country are now moving forward. President Trump, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer say they agreed to spend $2 trillion on infrastructure over the course of the next 25 years. Now, that includes broadband, bridges, and highways. Another meeting will be held in 3 weeks to discuss how everything will be paid for.
This morning, Albuquerque city officials are asking for feedback from you about redeveloping the East Downtown near Central, MLK, and Broadway. City officials say they're wanting to designate it as a metropolitan redevelopment area. It could help the city get new funds for fixing up roads and sidewalks.
If your morning commute takes you along I-40, you can expect some lane closures through summer now for continued concrete work. The closures between the Big I and Coors were supposed to wrap up this month, but the DOT says there may have been some confusion about the completion date of the project. The new date for completion is in July.
A marketing campaign put together by the city and UNM is being called Desperate this morning. The city partnered with UNM to send out a series of 3 letters enticing high school grads to go to UNM. The marketing director for the city says this is their effort to try to engage young people to make positive changes throughout the city.
UNM is ready for the future of film, now adding a new degree program, preparing students to work in New Mexico's booming film industry. Recent interest in New Mexico as a backdrop for movies is prompting the department to add the new degree concentrations, all in film production, animation, and gaming and film history. The school hopes to add a graduate program sometime in the future.
Today, seniors from Albuquerque metro area high schools would take part in the first of its kind STEM signing day. Similar to signing days for high school seniors committing to play collegiate sports, the STEM signing day commemorates seniors committing to pursue higher education in science, technology, engineering, and math-related fields.
If you have yet to make some weekend plans, Santa Fe's Margarita Trail has 16 new stops that you might want to check out, of course, responsibly. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican, some of the 16 new spots include Harry's Roadhouse, as that's all the way up to the Iguana Cafe at Buffalo Thunder. There are now 45 stops in total along the trail. The Margarita Trail began back in 2016.
Time now for a check on traffic. No major crashes or incidents to tell you about. We are starting to see the slowdown already. I-40 westbound near Rio Grande. Live look at the Big Eye. Everything moving smoothly there, but we will keep eyes on this for you throughout the morning.
Some Albuquerque students still talking about the Avengers this morning. This past weekend, students from Emerson Elementary got the chance to see Endgame, courtesy of the Albuquerque Police Department. The department posting this photo on their Facebook page. They say they hope to do more of these type of events in the future.
Good morning. We take it back 56 years ago, May 1st, 1963. We actually had 1-inch diameter hail fall about 10-mile swath there south of Artesia, stretching all the way into northern Eddy County. Also reports of a tornado that damaged a shed and actually took it 25 feet away from its foundation. So that was on this day 56 years ago.
Interesting find.
Absolutely. We're taking out to the 5 facts.
Start with number 5 here. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, taking a trip down the Margarita Trail may be something to check out. The New Mexican is reporting that the Santa Fe program has just added 60 new stops on the trail. Now you can try margaritas from 45 different spots, ranging from Harry's Roadhouse all the way up to the Iguana Cafe at Buffalo Thunder. The Margarita Trail began back in 2016.
At number 4 this morning, happening today for the first time ever, AFRL New Mexico is hosting a STEM signing day. This is modeled after signing days for high school seniors committing to play collegiate sports. Now, the STEM signing day commemorates Albuquerque's Metro seniors committing to pursue higher education in science, technology, engineering, and math-related fields. Now, officials hope to make it a statewide event by next year in 2020.
I like this idea.
Yeah, at number 3, we are looking at mostly sunny skies for the next several days here in Albuquerque, but there will be a few spot showers up over the north and northwest this afternoon. Not very many, but keep your umbrella on standby. Breezy here in Albuquerque this afternoon with winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures warming up in the mid-70s. We eventually start talking 80s by the time we hit the weekend.
At number 2, the father of a New Mexico pilot speaking out this morning, saying his son was one of 3 people killed in a helicopter crash in Hawaii. Hawaii officials say 28-year-old Joseph Berridge from Garfield, New Mexico, and 2 passengers were flying over the island of Honolulu when the helicopter came crashing down in a residential area. Investigators working to find the cause of the crash now. Berridge had just moved to Hawaii from Albuquerque 2 weeks ago.
Number 1 now, huge break in a missing mom's case. This morning, Rita Jaramillo's ex-boyfriend is facing charges for her murder some 7 months after she disappeared. She's still missing this morning. Jaramillo's family says they're now having to face reality that she's not coming home. Jaramillo was last seen in September when she did not show up to pick up her grandson. Days later, her Los Lunas home burned to the ground. Now Arthur Lovato is charged for her death. Jaramillo's daughter believes he set fire to Jaramillo's home. If you want to see more on this case, go to our website. That's always on KRQE.com.